Jobbing moulding is ideal where small numbers of components are required at minimum cost. One half of the pattern is placed face down in a box, which forms the bottom half of the mould and is called a drag. Green sand, which consists of sand plus 2 to 3% clay and water, is sifted over the pattern and then pressed around it so as to obtain good shape definition. More sand is added and is compacted with a peg rammer, spiralling from the outside towards the centre of the drag. The last compaction of the sand in the drag is carried out using a flat rammer. The excess sand is struck off and the drag turned over, revealing the pattern and mould joint face. Talcum powder, which acts as a parting agent, is dusted onto the surface. The top half of the pattern is added. The pattern for the riser and for the tapered down sprue are positioned on the drag, and the runner, a groove which allows the metal to flow between them, is marked in. The riser will also act as a head to feed the casting and as a swirl gate to clean the metal before it enters the mould. The top box, called a cope, is placed on top of the drag. The riser and down sprue are replaced. As before, fine sand is pressed around the pattern and the cope is rammed up. The top is struck off. A pouring basin is cut into the sand so as to ensure a smooth flow of metal into the down sprue. A smooth metal flow is important in obtaining a clean casting. The cope is wrapped and removed from the drag. An ingate is cut from the riser into the pattern. In the other half of the mould, the cope, the runner between the down sprue and the riser is cut in. The half patterns in the cope and in the drag are wrapped and carefully removed. A core is placed in the cavity left by the pattern and forms the hole that is present in the final casting. The cope and drag are reassembled. Molten aluminium is poured carefully into the down sprue. The metal spins as it fills the riser. The metal is allowed to cool and solidify. One of the big advantages of green sand moulding is that the sand can be recycled, and the process is essentially pollution-free.